Saving $10,000 quickly is difficult, but you can do it. If you try to save money every month and occasionally spend more than you earn, I'll tell you right now that you shouldn't be, because I'm about to share with you money advice from Warren Buffett on how to save $10,000 quickly, which will help you improve your finances beyond your wildest expectations, so keep an eye on one's saving money windfalls. Even if some windfalls may only be a few dollars. Others, any money you receive unexpectedly, such as bonuses, may total hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Cash-back bonuses. Windfalls are financial gifts such as money for a birthday or a wedding, inheritances, and tax refunds. Did you know that spending large sums of money can be enticing, especially if you find the expensive car or brand name item you've been eyeing because it feels like free money you haven't earned? However, you can better utilize them by putting them towards savings. It is always preferable to save 10% of your income rather than 5% of your income. I think it's insane to spend 105% of your income, and I think it leads to all kinds of problems. According to a wise maxim, a financial windfall should be used to assist you in paying off existing obligations rather than those debts accumulating more. Also, remember Warren Buffett's famous adage about contributing the maximum allowed to your 401k or individual retirement account. Spend what is left over after saving, not what is left over after spending. 2. Use a budgeting method. The key to aggressively saving is to create a monthly budget so you can choose how to spend your income. The goal of aggressive saving is to maximize the difference between income and spending. You can track your spending in detail each month by using a budget. This is due to the fact that without a budget, you will simply let your money flow in and out as it pleases, with nothing to show for it. There are numerous ways to create a budget. You can determine which strategy is best for you by experimenting with various budget types. Try zero-based budgeting, which is best for those who can reasonably predict their monthly income or have a fixed monthly payment. You should also try the 50-30-20 budget method or cash envelope budgeting. Your financial institution may provide budgeting tools, and you can also download applications, keep a journal, or use an Excel spreadsheet to track your finances. 3. Develop a money-saving mindset. When you decide it's time to buy your first home, for example, you'll need to save $15,000 in 1 year for a down payment, and having a money-saving mindset is essential. You'll need to change your spending and thinking habits to reach your goal as quickly as possible. You'll undoubtedly ask yourself, how in the world am I going to save $10,000 on my crappy wage? By this point, it looked absurd at the time, and you may not even be sure that you could save first, make a vision board, and decide where you want to be in 5 years. Next, reduce your expenses and increase your savings. These are just a few simple changes you can make to help you get started. Money will be beneficial, but keep in mind that your why will be the inspiration behind what propels you to success. We don't have to be wiser than the rest. Warren Buffett once stated that we must be more restrained than others. 4. Getting out of debt and staying away from credit cards. Simply disregard them. We work in a variety of credit card businesses. The American public loves credit cards, but if you start revolving debt on credit cards, you're going to be paying 18 or 20% interest, and you can't make progress in your financial life borrowing money at 18 or 20% interest when you can make a lot of money lending it out at 18 or 20% interest over time. You are aware that debt can significantly impede your ability to save money. You may have very little money left over for savings if you spend hundreds or even thousands of dollars each month to pay off credit cards, student loans, or other obligations. Consider balance transfer offers that charge no interest for a set period of time if you have high-interest credit card debt. This will give you time to pay off your balance, or you may consolidate your debt and get a personal loan with a lower interest rate because the goal is to avoid accruing any additional debt during the process. Concentrating on debt reduction also requires you to exercise spending restraint. Once your budget is in place, you should be able to see how much debt you have, and you can begin concentrating on paying it off. Pay off the smaller bills first, then use the remaining funds to settle the next loan. Maintain this pattern until your debt is completely paid off. You can also track your debt using the Debt Snowball Tracker and other spreadsheet tools. 5. Establishing a high-yield savings account. I know you want to know how long it will take to save $10,000. How much money you intend to keep each month will determine this. The more money you save each month, the faster your savings will grow. Saving money is a social thing. I assure you it won't grow overnight, which may be disheartening. The level of consumerism is at an all-time high, and we are all taught to buy everything we see. While some of you may not be able to save much each month, keeping your tax refunds and work bonuses will be better. Keep in mind that if you're aggressively saving, keeping your money in a safe location where it can earn a high-yield interest rate is critical. I'm guessing there's a lot to learn here. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If it sounds interesting, 6, avoiding eating out at restaurants while eating out occasionally can be convenient. It can also aggressively interfere with your efforts to save money. For example, if you spend $50 a week on takeout or dinners with friends, you're not saving $2,600 yearly. The simplest way to save $10,000 annually is to eat more meals at home. Finding activities that fit your budget is a simple way to save $10,000 quickly and easily. 7. Regardless of your circumstances, review your bills and expenses. It is difficult to keep track of your spending. Look at your current spending habits to see if you can make any changes. And then the simplest way to find $900 to save each month is to sit down and carefully review your outgoings. While some people may not have much to cut, twice as many have expenses that are simple to cut. Do you have any unused services on your cell phone bill? Do you drive a beater with excessive insurance coverage? Call your service providers as soon as possible and begin negotiating. Examine what can be cut and only pay for what you require. Rent is typically the most significant outlay on a person's budget, but consider whether you would be better off having a roommate or moving to a different rental property entirely. For example, if your monthly net pay is $300 less than your cost, look over your variable costs and see where you can save $300. This can entail reassessing your spending on household items, streaming subscriptions, groceries, and other flexible costs. 8. Investing your savings. You're struggling along and making a reasonable income, and you have a job with a 401k being put aside for you, and you have Social Security. Your plan to reach the $10,000 target should include investing heavily, and you should make investing a part of your regular financial routine. It's time to put your savings accounts are essentially a waste of time and money that could be put to better use elsewhere. Finding a place to deposit your money that will earn more interest than your typical savings account, whether you use a money market account, mutual funds, or IRAs, is something I strongly recommend. The quickest way to save $10,000 in a year is to find strategies to increase your investment returns. If you want to start investing in stocks, it doesn't get any better than that with no trade fees for all of your stock market needs. Check out Webull. Your new best friend is compound interest. The earlier you start, the better. Therefore, all you need to do to manage and invest your money is to heed sound financial counsel after all. Remember that intensity is the price of excellence, Mr. Warren Buffett. You now understand how to save $10,000 quickly, even in 1 year. A lot can happen. Saving $10,000 in a year can be an achievable goal. There is never a bad time to start seriously saving money, whether it's for a rainy day fund, retirement, or anything in between. Get started right away. Learn how to take deliberate activities to expand that $10,000 to $100,000 once you have your funds in place. If you find yourself somewhere in the middle and are hesitant to begin a money-saving challenge, because doing so will not only position you for success, but will also assist you in changing your bad financial habits and achieving your financial goals. Please subscribe, like, and comment if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to watch our upcoming video to learn more about everyday financial advice.